just don't. Just call it quits, mate. Just get on a flight. If this is what you want to do, I'm only speaking to the people that want to do this. This video is not for everyone, what I'm saying. Like, I want to make that clear. This is not a one size fits all. There are some people who are going to stay in the bubble, you know, and we need those people in the bubble, you know, so we can do what we want to do. Not everyone will break free from the bubble. That's the point. You have the yin and the yang. You cannot make everyone, because then that's going against free will, you know, like that's going against it, you know. The dome. Plenty of shows here. This is where I started my early days. Shut it down. It happens. But this is what I mean, it's an intrusive thought, but I know it's an intrusive thought, so it's fine. But I shut it down. Mate, why do they... Oh, I know why they locked the bins, but it's annoying. Right, this is banana. So I'm going to put it in compost. Return it to the earth. Right. So yeah, what I'm telling you is this. Don't worry. And also, don't expect for everyone to understand. If you understand what I'm saying, then you just do it. Don't worry about no one else. That's another thing. There's a lot of people that will hold you back. Like, there's a lot of people that will hold you back and tell you that you can't, and this and this, and oh, but how are you going to manage, and what are you going to do, and where are you going to go, and you can't do this. You know how many people have told me I can't do what I want to do, and I've done it. You know, the amount of places where I've been. And then, do you know what? There's sometimes where I've just been in conversations, you get people in the hostel, right? And you like, especially the girls, and like you tell them, oh yeah, I'm traveling, I'm doing this and this. And then there's a lot of people that just show off, and they just, I don't know what they call it, but there's a buzzword for it. But anyway, there's a lot of people that lie, basically, what I call it, lying. And yeah, so like, then they realize, shit, you're actually for real, you know? And then, yeah, it kind of annoys me, because it's like, this is my real life, and they get so like amazed and like, but how, like, but this and but that. And that's like the women. But then there are guys, I mean, and women that do this, but mainly guys that are just like, oh, but how, but what are you gonna do, and how are you gonna earn money, and this, do you ever? And it's like, and I've been sat there chatting, and then I've mentioned like, oh, I'm gonna go to this town, and this, and I'm gonna do this and this. And there was this one guy I said about this whole living with no money, and he was just so stuck up his own ass, and he was younger than me as well, so it just pissed me off. I really wanted to smack him. And then he was like, oh, I was like, you don't need money to live. And he was like, yes you do, yes. I was like, no, you don't. You don't need money. And then he was like, as he walked out, like, he didn't say nothing. Like, we had a conversation for like 40 minutes, an hour, and then like back and forth, and then he didn't say anything for like another 2 hours. And then as he was leaving, like he'd gone off with another group, and it was a hostel, innit, so it's busy, people coming and going, smoking out. And then he didn't say nothing to me for 2 hours. But it's an open plan, it's like an outside power area, it's smart, it's not like a rowdy place, like, so you can see everyone. Like, so as he's leaving, he's like, oh, good luck living with no money, and then walks off. Like, but the way he said it was like so like smarmy, you know, and just like, it really put me down, and it upset me like for a long time, for like at least 2 days. Like, I was just sat like with Paul, I was like, he's really hurt my feelings. Like, you know, like, he really hurt my feelings. So I was like, why are you being a cunt for? Like, just because I say you can live without money, and they just get all upset about it because they can't do it. And this is what I'm trying to teach you. Like, people will say these things that will really upset you, and you think, fuck, I can't do it, you know, just because they can't do it. No, this is the problem as well. We have to move as slow as society's slowest person, rather than just fucking going our own speed. It's like, just go your own speed, bruv. Don't fucking worry about them, they'll catch up. Like, when you start doing well, they'll soon see, and they'll come running, you know. They'll be leeches, but they'll come running, and then you can say yes or no if you want to bring them on board. But yeah, like, just do your own thing. Like, do your own thing. But yeah, after that, I was like, you know what, fuck you. And then I got the train all the way to the beach. Then I went on a beach mission, pulled an overnight there. Like, the ranger came down, he fined one of the other guys but didn't find me. And then but he won't get sent it because he was from America. And then I just flat out didn't give him my ID. And then like, I done everything, like, anyway, like, I know how to camp, I'm not an idiot. And then left there, went all the way on a mad mission, like, found weed, like, oh mate, it was so good. Then the guy, he bought this honey, and it was like edible honey, so we just had like lollipops, which is just like a roach, and then you just dip it in and suck it off the roach. Oh bruv. Anyway, and then after that, bunked the train all the way back into Central, come back into town, like, had a mad time, like, in the hostel, chatting with people. Met this other guy called Karim, who's like a computer programmer. So I was chatting with him about mad shit, just like blah 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 blah, like telling him about the journey. Then like, he was really positive, like, had a really good vibe with him. Then I met this other guy who was also really interesting. Anyway, left there, got kicked out of there, but in between that, I was back and forth to Brussels twice, and then left there because I got kicked out, so I went back to Brussels. And then when I come back from Brussels, I was only there for like 4 days, and then when I come back from Brussels, it was like, oh, the two guys that I was with were like, oh, this has happened, blah 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 blah, and I was just like, anyway, so I ended up leaving them behind, and not in that moment, but further on, and now, and yeah. But the point is, like, I had a massive, like, sick 2 weeks after that. Then I had a little bit of a low point where I was like, what am I gonna do? You know, I need to regroup, I need to think. Like, I was not wasting time, but the vibes weren't right, and I weren't aligning myself with the right people, and like, I was getting places but not really, like, it was just false reality. And anyway, after that, I was just like, okay, just focus on what you want to do and how you're going to do it, set it all up nicely. And then that's what I've done, and I've got everything now that I need, because everything that I had in terms of my ideas and my plans were things I already had. That's another thing. Use things that you already have in your life. It's not like you have to buy shit in order to have these things. The things that you already have, just make the most of them, you know. And whatever you don't need, get rid of it, and then you'll see what you need, you know. Get rid of all the clutter. Like, clean house, mate. Human wise, physically, everything. And that was all based off of his comment telling me, enjoy life without no money. Like, literally, that was all of that comment. So use those comments to fuel you, and because I used it to fuel me rather than feel down, I had an amazing 2 weeks, like, just off of that one comment. You know, all those trips, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go here, fuck it, I'm gonna go here again, I'm gonna go there again, you know, just off of that one comment. You know, it just like, and that's how I based it off of. It wasn't, oh, I'm gonna plan to go here, and then I'll have 2 days here, and I'll go to a hotel, and then this and that. No, it just, that's how it worked out. I was just pissed off with that comment. I was upset, you know. So yeah, either way, I had a good time. So it does work, you know, whereas normally I'd be like, no, it's bullshit, blah 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 blah, but I've been trying the mindset and it's working, you know, for me at least. So try it, have that mindset when you're doing it. Like, anyway, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. I'm going to begin the journey.